So I quickly wanted to hop on here just to talk about some trends that are kind of trendy in my market and some things that kind of just died. So we all know that the farmhouse like gray vibes have completely went out. That's no surprise, but I kind of wanted to give my opinion on why I think it literally just died. I don't think it was just because it's no longer trendy. I think people realize that gray is one of those things where it's really hard to kind of design around. It doesn't really go with everything. It doesn't really go with the newer vibe. A lot of people were talking about this natural flooring that you see behind me. And a lot of people were like, oh, well, that's trendy. That's going to die too. I don't know why people are installing it. But here's the thing. This natural flooring that you're seeing along with this wall color, it's going to be so easy to style around even 10 years from now. So this might not be trendy in 10 years. However, if I wanted to add in, let's just say a green couch, if I wanted to add in a blue couch, if I wanted to add in whatever color, essentially it's gonna match. You can style around this flooring very easily. However, when people were doing like the gray walls and gray flooring, I think people quickly realized that not only is it very cold, it's also just very hard to style around with the new trends that are coming out. Let's just hop right into some things that I think is trending right now, what buyers are kind of looking for. So if you don't know me, I am a real estate agent, but I also flip houses. So I hear a lot of critiques, I hear a lot of buyers' requests, and just along with me investing in real estate and flipping, I have to really cater to the audience. So this is what's going on in my market. I feel like a lot of people are really loving the natural floors, and I think people are going away from crazy wall colors. I do think people love color. This wall color is alabaster. Alabaster is really popular for its warmth, but it's also very neutral. Now, I don't know how it's coming off on video, but there's a lot of warmth in this wall as well as with the flooring. So I don't know how it's coming off on camera, but yeah, a lot of people love this house in person. So if you're thinking about possibly renovating in the near future, or if you flip houses, a lot of people are loving the natural flooring. Now, if you don't like natural flooring, because I know, light colored flooring is not for everyone, I do not feel like you can go wrong with just the browns or the dark colors either, or at least just a natural color in general. I feel like gray was just so unique, and maybe that's why it popped off and it died so quickly. But once again, I don't feel like this is ever gonna just go completely out of style, as well as I don't think brown flooring has went anywhere. I don't think people are into like the honey color, but I feel like people are still into just, normal, natural brown flooring. I don't feel like you can ever really go wrong with that. Now, as far as wall color, once again, the trendy color was agreeable gray. Now everyone's about like a neutral white or like kind of just a warm tone white. Once again, don't feel like you can go wrong with that. I love agreeable gray still in maybe a bedroom because I like dark moody colors in my bedroom specifically. But if you plan on putting your house in the market, or if you're renovating a house, you cannot go wrong with just a warm neutral white. And the reason being is because that basically adds in a good base for someone to come in to, maybe if they want to paint their walls gray, if they want to paint them pink, like it's just very easy rather than you go in with a harsh gray. They're going to have to probably prime the walls and then maybe do 2 coats of whatever paint they want to do. Like I just feel like it's a lot harder to kind of change in the near future. Now going on to trendy flooring, I have heard so many people literally hate on LVP flooring, and this is my point of view on this. LVP flooring has been around for a while now. People are starting to either love or hate it, but I feel like the people who mainly hate it is because they're trying to buy the LVP that's literally $1 per square foot or $2 per square foot. If you really want good LVP, spend a minimum of $3 per square foot, and I promise you, you will see why so many people actually love LVP. Now, this one I think was like a little over $3 a square foot. Maybe it was $3.50, maybe it was even a little bit cheaper, but I think anything below $2 a square foot or even below $3 a square foot, just recognize you get what you pay for. So a lot of people try to buy the cheap LVP and they like to rag on it and be like, oh, it's just cheap, crappy stuff. Like, I don't like it. It's stupid, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, well, what type of LVP did you get? Like, because that makes a world of difference. Just so with that said, I don't think you can go wrong with LVP. I think it is a really good quality of material. Now, this is completely depending on what's going on in your neighborhood. Like, obviously, hardwood is still superior because you can restain it. It's really pretty. However, a lot of people, once again, don't want hardwood simply because they have kids, they have dogs, they have pets, and LVP is scratch resistant. So although I know the qualities of hardwood, people love to try to correct me. My grandpa literally installs hardwood flooring for a living. So I know hardwood. I know the benefits of being able to refinish the hardwood. I know the benefits of being able to change the color. However, a lot of people cannot afford to refinish their hardwood every couple years because you literally have to get all of your furniture out. And depending on where you live at, refinishing hardwood can be very expensive because it's a special craft that not a lot of people can do. And I hear a lot of people say, well, oh, I can just DIY it. Let me tell you, I have seen some of y'all try to DIY hardwood flooring and it looks very DIY. So I highly recommend doing a professional. But if If you can't afford hardwood flooring, you don't want to have to worry about refinishing it. If you don't want to have to worry about it getting scratched, just do LVP. There is nothing wrong with LVP. It's still great. Just make sure you're getting it at a good price point. And another thing about price point is LVP comes in different thickness. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like how thin it is. The more expensive the LVP, usually the thicker it is. So once again, you just kind of have to educate yourself before you kind of give opinions on things. Yes, it's still a good flooring and they come in a lot of amazing colors. You just kind of have to do your research and just know you get what you pay for. Now moving on to kitchens, this is just my personal opinion. I feel like the beautiful bright white kitchens will once again be timeless. I feel like you really can't go wrong with it, but a lot of people are loving the color in kitchens again, and I'm not against it. Now, I personally flip houses. I do not go wild with color in kitchens. Now, although a lot of buyers love it, it just has to be done correctly. I still feel like you cannot go wrong with a white kitchen. Now, I love white cabinets with black granite, and people love to think that all granite is speckled. I'm going to show you the granite that we use in this house because I feel like it's perfect and it's timeless, and the buyers ended up loving it. I did a lot of property tours with this house and I got a lot of compliments on some certain things that I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, I feel like the white countertops with the white cabinets, I personally don't love it. Buyers are still okay with it. Like once again, it did not die like the gray trend, but I feel like you can't go wrong for bright kitchen. That's just my personal opinion. That's what buyers are still stating. I feel like if your kitchen's big enough and you can experiment with color, then great. But white cabinets are still still a trendy thing. People are still loving it. And yes, I know people are starting to go back to that colored cabinet thing again, but once again, you just can't go wrong with white. White is just always going to be timeless. It's kind of like black or white. Like those two colors are never going to be out. It might not be the trendy thing, but you can't go wrong with that. So now that I discussed like a couple of trends with you, I'm actually going to take you around this house specifically, showcase some things that we did specifically to not only add value to this house, but just add to the sellability of the house. I picked out a couple of things that I feel like are unique. So I just want to quickly show you guys and kind of give you guys a little tip on what to do and what not to do. All right, guys, so I'm flipping the camera around. This is the entryway. I love this door because it lets in natural light. Anytime that you can let in some extra natural light, I say go for it. You're gonna have to excuse the mess because I'm about to get ready to take down the staging items, but I love this tree. If you can add greenery into a home, especially for staging, highly, highly recommend. Now, once again, you will see that I kept the brick because I think it's so unique and it almost acts as an accent wall in this house. So I kept the brick. I did not paint it. I'll give you guys a close up in a second. But another thing that I did is look at this door. I left it. It's a real hardwood door. And if you don't know, a lot of doors are hollow, meaning they're not solid wood, but this is a solid wood door that I chose to stain. And I feel like it turned out so well. I really wanted to showcase that it was a solid door and it's almost acting as a little accent. So I kept it. Once again, I feel like people are embracing not only color, but I feel like they're embracing warm tones. So I kept it. And for staging, once again, I only do light staging. I just put in this tree to add in a little bit of life. And this rug, which I feel like looks so great with the flooring and with the wall color. And I'm hoping you can see the warmth in this wall color compared to this white mid trim in the door. You can see that it's not a starchy white. It's actually very warm and really pretty. Now, all the light fixtures in this home for the most part are Amazon. So this chandelier, it's giving very boho, but I love it. Really cute. I figured that somebody, like a lot of people, especially first-time home buyers, do not use formal dining rooms. So I figured this would be a cute formal office space. So I kind of didn't want a regular chandelier. So I did this and I feel like it's really cute. The buyers really loved it. I did have a couple people come and tour the property and they complimented it. So I feel like it turned out really well. Yeah, kept this door, kept this fireplace. Now, a lot of people were like, paint the fireplace. Like, brick is so out of date. Like, you have to paint the brick. And I'm like, no, like, look how pretty this is. It almost acts as an accent wall. And I staged it, added in this wood. We kind of did some books up here. And hopefully my wide angle lens is not making this too distorted. But yeah, we kept the fireplace. In my personal opinion, I feel like it turned out really well. Once again, I hope it's coming off on camera correctly. And then moving on to the kitchen, ignore my mess because I'm literally about to change clothes to destage this house. We did keep the original cabinets. We did paint them, added in some black knobs, but I love this granite. This granite is so pretty. It was actually pretty expensive. It was a splurge. So for this neighborhood, ordinarily you would see Formica. We decided to splurge and kind of upgrade to granite just because I feel like it's a huge selling point, and sometimes you kind of have to just do things to get buyers in the door. You want to be unique. You want to stand out. So this was a splurge. Now you will see, this is why we didn't do the backsplash. So we splurged on the counters because we felt like the backsplash was an easy, you could add it in later, but we really wanted to invest in the countertops and give something that was of good quality, something that would really make buyers say wow when they walk in. So yeah, we got this nice black granite. And a lot of people do not like black granite, but I feel like they just haven't seen this black granite. Like, this black granite has veining in it. It's not your typical speckled granite that you're accustomed to seeing, but this turned out really, really nice. Of course, we updated all the appliances to stainless steel, which once again, this was an upgrade for this neighborhood. But sometimes, like I said, you got to splurge to get multiple offers. In this house, we did go under contract, and literally, I think 2 days we had multiple offers. So with a very quick close. So yeah, not bad. Over here, we just have more staging. We literally continue this LVP throughout. So it's literally all throughout the house. It gives it this really nice, just cohesive look. We do have some obviously floor separation if you look down. So it is like a sunk in living room, but we wanted to just continue the LVP into the hallway. Of course, we always do carpet in the bedrooms. We get a lot of feedback from buyers where they're like, although we would love to have LVP, like, you know, run throughout because it's just easier to clean. But a lot of people with kids do not want hardwood or LVP in the kids' bedrooms because, once again, kids could fall. And it's also really, really cold. I don't know if you guys have ever just walked an LVP or hardwood if you have it in your like primary suite or just in general. Like, it's just really, really cold against the foot. So a lot of people love carpet in rooms still. So we kept it with just carpet. Here's the bathroom. Now, bathrooms are very, I don't know, it's very kind of hard. We kind of keep them very simple. So we did white cabinets, kind of match the kitchen. We did this nice arch mirror, which I felt was really cool. And then obviously just some staging items. Very neutral, very plain. Continue the LVP in the bathroom because, you know, that's just the new norm here. It is waterproof, so it's perfectly acceptable. So now moving into the primary suite. Now, once again, this is very entry-level price point, so don't expect to be wowed too much. But we did upgrade the cabinetry, updated the mirror. LVP is also in here. And then just the closet, which is fairly small. But this house is only 1,400 square feet. It was priced as such. Like, it's literally below $250,000, and everything in this house is practically brand new. So the buyers were really, really happy. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys like some of the trends, some of the things that I'm seeing, especially in my local market. This was kind of like one of my favorite flips. It was truly a passion project. I learned so much. There was a lot of things that went wrong with this property, and I actually did like mini vlogs on my TikTok and Instagram if you want to check that out. But yeah, definitely follow me there if you want to see the behind the scenes of flips. I am currently about to move on to my next project, so I literally have to make some short form content of me taking down the staging items. I'm gonna miss this house. That's kind of why I wanted to document it and kind of also post it on YouTube for you guys as well. But yeah, if you're into this type of content, I like to talk about finance. I like to talk about investing in real estate. I like to talk about real estate in general. So if you're into that type of content, just leave a like down below, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have any opinions on trends or anything that you think will be trending or anything that you think is not trendy or whatever the case may be. And I will see you guys in the next video.